Hey, what's going on?
Oh God, it's gonna be one of that one.
Welcome to Humanities United Martial Arts Network. Here, joined by Marcus Koval, my good friend. How you doing today?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
I'm already laughing, guys. We got a very special guest today. We paid a lot of money to bring in the one, the only Hanato Laranja. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. You get what you pay for, gentlemen. And I see you didn't spend it on the coffee.
Okay, I gotta.
But you have a
myself
lovely wife. She made the coffee. It's not bad.
It's not okay.
Once you cut it with the almond.
it's a Keurig.
Nah.
That's the best we got.
So, 27-time world champion. It's an honor for us to have you on this show.
I agree.
What would you say has been the biggest transition involving in case of mixed martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from a grandmaster's standpoint?
I don't know a word you just said. You just said the evolution of that from my grandma's standpoint.
I heard grandma.
But
too.
what are you talking about?
Mixed martial arts and how it's evolved, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu over from a grandmaster. You're the grandmaster.
I am the grand. I'm the grandmaster. Yeah, you have an accent. I
Yeah,
hear
yeah, you
because
don't,
you said
but
the
I do.
grandma. You said like my
Grandmaster.
grandmaster.
I heard that too.
And you have a different accent because you came from Sweden.
Yes, sir. You did your
You have
homework.
the huggy good looks, the Swedish. You have like you have a good look Swedish boy, but you have a sound like you maybe from England mixed with South Africa mixed with some other shit. So it's sometimes hard for me to. You're not like me and this guy. Is we almost sound. Sometimes people say where you from, like Philadelphia or something like that. They don't even detect the accent.
Don't realize that you have an accent.
Not at this point. I've been
so-
here so long. Sometimes people is like, "Oh, you're from somewhere else." I thought you was light-skinned black guy from wherever.
See, I am from Philadelphia, but people think I'm from Australia. I get that a lot.
You know why? Because Philly have the weirdest fucking accent.
It's the worst.
But you don't. You must have worked on yours.
Yeah, I try to hide it.
Cause you just want to get a water ice.
What?
You just want to water. You just want to get a
Is
water
that how
ice.
you say it? Is that it?
Hey, yeah, you guys trying to go grab a hoagie?
Yeah, grab your
A
hoagie.
hoagie. What's a hoagie?
It's a fucking sandwich. It's like you get a water ice and you go King of Prussia Mall
Oh my god.
and you go wherever's the other one.
How do you know all this?
Your
Uncle
goons
Hanan.
is eyeballing me while I'm trying to talk
Well,
here.
he's also from Allentown.
You're from Allentown? No, I trained with a guy a while back that had a accent from there, and I used to laugh. We used to joke about all that shit.
Yeah.
And what they say instead of the pavement, they say like the payment.
Payment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a very specific fucking accent you're not gonna hear nowhere else.
It's ugly.
The closest one you're gonna hear is Baltimore. They have like a fucked up version of that one. Yeah. Hey Juan, like they Hey Juan.
So talking about your accent, being from Brazil.
Oh, so I hope that answered your question. Anyway, enough about jiu-jitsu.
Brazil. Well, that's where I was heading back to.
Oh, God.
So being from Brazil, where jiu-jitsu came from, and the involvement of jiu-jitsu and fighting from when you came, being from the streets. and-
Yeah, I mean the MMA today is very. It's like you imagine it's like the Valley Trudeau and the MMA. The difference between the NBA and how you have it now, where you have a Steph Curry is tiptoe to the thing and do the float up shots. And back in the old days, Anthony Mason would have clotheslined that fucking light skinned guy. He's looked like Al Jaho.
So you're calling MMA fighters, UFC fighters of today.
No,
to
but they
McDonald's?
have the advantage that people like myself didn't have. Okay, we didn't have our gloves. We didn't have an air conditioned situation. We had to fight in a fucking hovel like this joint here, sweltering heat and in the middle of nowhere. Okay, we had to fight in an abandoned church. You ever seen the fight? What's his name? Shogun Hua is fighting in like his grandma's house. He's fighting a Muay Thai fight in the fucking living room or whatever. Like these guys, these guys is nowadays these guys is asking for all these monies and stuff like that. Listen, we came up the old-fashioned way. It's like Smith Barney. We earn it,
Oh,
but you
nice.
don't. Some people is too young for that one.
Do you have any favorite fighters today?
today the favorite one, if I'm gonna pick, I like. There's so many fucking fighters now. You know, one of the one that just jumped out of my mind right now that I got my eye on is Johnny Walker.
John Walker, yeah.
That kid have like the glow. You know, like how certain people you saw Conor McGregor, and you see maybe like Johnny Bones Jonesy. You know, you say to yourself, you see a couple fight, you go, there's something different here. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like you say that guy's a star. You know, I feel like Johnny Walker. If I'm correct, I think he's gonna be something special. You know, but not that there's a million guys. I don't want to go down the whole list, but that's one guy that I feel that I see like, oh, he could be something like a heel deal. You know.
In your prime, who would you have called out? Who would you have liked to fight in UFC?
Well, in my prime, I would have loved to call out. I never got a fucking chance because he blew his opportunity, the UFC, and he lost maybe 3 in a row. But I was gonna fight Vinny Magalhães, and that's a fight that I never was able to get. And at this point, he's so obese that he's probably never gonna be able to get down to any kind of reasonable weight to be able to fight. And he's in the PFL, and they let him, you know, eat as much as he wants. He's probably super heavyweight, something like that. So I doubt that's ever gonna come. He's gonna find any excuse. But if I could made God to made him to fight. Then I would have took that one.
What is that beef about? Because I remember at Samurai Pro where I actually fought, not that night, but I remember you guys had to be pulled apart. Vinny was, he looked, I'm not sure, he looked a little scared.
He tried to laugh it off and you know, smile, but you can see the nervous laughs in there and stuff. And the situation is like you have a Babalu, and if Babalu's not there, he knows what's gonna be his out. But out of respect for Babalu, I knew he was with Babalu. I didn't want to disrespect Babalu. He can thank his lucky. He can thank Babalu for that, for the rest of his life.
Where does that beef stem from? What's going on?
You know, I don't want to spend my time here on you podcast, wasting that time to give credit and airtime to a fat pig. You understand?
Let's talk about some other people that you've kind of gotten into a little bit. Joe Rogan, you seem to have a little bit of an issue with. Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo, you choked him out, right?
It's a love-hate relationship because Eddie Bravo was, you know, he was used me. He liked to brought in guys from other gym, you know. So he brought me because he knew it gave to him credibility in his gym. So he knew if you're gonna have a champion from the gi, because everybody said nowadays you have some no gi stuffs.
Right.
Back then it was sacrilege when I was first training there. Yes. Okay, so in order to you know, make it to be kosher. Like, you know, you're gonna have a rabbi.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna want it to be jiu-jitsu, you're gonna have the rabbi of Brazil. Even though I'm not Jewish,
bless the place.
You understand the situation. I'm also not circumcised, so don't get it twisted, or maybe get it twisted. Maybe that, you know, actually I take that back. Don't quote me on that one. But let me get back to that. You can get back to the size and the shape of my penis in a second. Put a pin in that one. But in terms of when it comes to Eddie Bravo, so I had just came to America. I didn't have a lot of options. I didn't have a lot of money, you know, at the time. So this guy offered me a place to train. I'm gonna take that one for free. I'm gonna train you, you know, and then, you know, sometime it was, you know, I had to put him in his place. And over the years we've had our difference, but I'm still, you know, we still can remain cordial.
What do you think of the 10 planets style versus the traditional?
It's garbage. It's garbage.
But you see some really talented guys, some really flashy submissions. There's been a couple in the last few weeks alone. NFC.
Fred Berry from What's Happening did a lot of flashy pop locking and stuff like that.
Yes.
That don't mean he's Baryshnikov.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I also heard that you actually helped out with Alan Juban.
I've helped Alan Juban. I got him everywhere he fucking got in his life is he owed to me, okay? And he knows it. And but who you gonna see in the picture? Kenny Johns, whoever fucking else, Sexon, you're gonna see all that kind of stuff there. But the heel, I got him into modeling. He used to look up to me in the modeling world. Who you think got him his start in that one?
Do you feel unappreciated?
Well, I feel like, to be honest, there wasn't a lot of guys. There wasn't a lot of devastatingly handsome guy who was fighting at that time.
Right.
Okay? They didn't took us serious back in the old days, to be honest, to be fair. And I paved the way for that. And now, these young guys can reap the benefit. And I'm stuck doing stuff like this.
You saying you paved the way for the good-looking guys?
Yeah, you have your Luke Rockhold, you have your Alan Juban, you'll have Chai Hon Woodley, who is like a black good-looking guy.
Is that different from a regular good-looking guy?
I've heard. Some people have a certain taste. If you like black guys,
Yeah.
then you're gonna like that guy. But if you're not into black guys, I don't prefer a black guy or a white guy unless look. The only time my lips from God, I'm from my lip into God's ear. If I'm ever gonna touch another man, it's gonna be if I have no other option. Like if I'm in prison or something like that. But I tell you what, it's never gonna be a guy with a beard and muscles like that. No. He's gonna look very feminine, okay? He better be very feminine, okay? But look, if you're on a desert island and you don't have nothing to eat, your standards is gonna go way down.
Right.
You're gonna find something.
Yeah.
Even if you're gonna catch a seagull or something like that, you're gonna eat that one.
I just want to take a moment because I think the pace of our podcast changes completely when they get to the Hanato episode. We at Human try to really focus on the positive, the respect, the discipline, the integrity side.
Yes.
And you are without a doubt the most legit as they come when it comes to martial artists. But it seems as though the respect side of martial arts kind of was skipped over in your training.
Oh.
In my good question. In my travel, I found that you when you get to be my level, you earn that level to talk to say whatever you wanted. Okay? When you see your grandpa and he make a racist jokes and stuff like that, you say, God, that's grandpa.
Right.
Your grandpa can hit on your girlfriend. Your grandpa can fall asleep in the middle of your fucking stories. Your grandpa can do it. He can give you $5 for your fucking birthday, okay? So that's the same thing, okay? So you get to do the stuff I've did, then you get to be disrespect and stuff like that. But for now, the respect gonna go a one-way street, boy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm still young in my journey. I still have a lot to learn.
You certainly do.
What advice would you give to young fighters being as experienced as you are?
This is not something to take light. They're not looking at a career in this shit.